Welcome back to Nat Wonderful. We have a great episode. I can already tell it's going to be great, so let's get to it. You guys wake up for another day of classes. The captain in class going as it did. Just seeing Jorg stab himself maybe it was a little bit jarring, but it happened. And you guys know that you guys are assigned to go to the combat class that is taught by Joyce Simons, who is a halfling woman. What time do you guys kind of wake up for class?
Rose wakes up early and she gathers her drawings from the night before, and she just wants to get out and find the appropriate teacher, who I believe would probably be the botany teacher.
Yeah, Daryl Albertson, who is fairly close to the dorms, so it's not a long walk to get there.
She's just anxious and ready to move, so she's gathered all her stuff for classes, and she's heading out as soon as she can.
Perfect. You are able to get there fairly quickly. His door is already wide open, and you see that he is sitting behind his desk. His hair is like this wiry white. It frizzes out a lot of places with a giant bald spot on top. And, it's pretty good. He's not trying to cover it up. He's owning himself. And he is frantically, grading papers already at this point in the semester, and he looks up and says, Right, Rose, yeah, Hi, how are you this morning? I was not expecting someone this early.
Miss Albertson, hello. And she sort of shyly walks into the room, but looks around for somewhere to sit.
You see that there are chairs, in front of his desk. There's 2 chairs, and they are both open.
She sort of slides into one without really waiting any longer, and just slams down 2 papers on the desk immediately, and says, So, this might be something that I'm not familiar with, but I was out after a little party we were having, and I was staring at the stars, and, well, just look. One of them, the one I marked clearly on this second chart, doesn't seem to be here anymore. And I don't know. Is this normal? This doesn't seem normal to me.
He is looking over the papers, and he points at the 2 places that you're talking about. He says, here and here, right? Making sure.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so, first of all, great job on these star charts. Hand drawn?
Yeah. It's a hobby of mine.
It's really impressive. Not many people can just hand draw a star chart like that. And he is staring at them. Roll an insight check for me.
I rolled a 16.
You can see that he looks extremely concerned. He is staring over these papers, and he says, This is very impressive. I need to see more of your work. Why don't you go ahead and draw me more star charts? Just every night is fine. To be frank with you, there is no way a star just disappears on its own. So this is a little bit concerning.
She's nodding as she's listening to him.
And then he looks up and says, he just looks up from the papers for the first time since you've put them in front of him, and he says, Well, it looks like you're gonna have homework for a while.
She smiles. It's a good thing I enjoy doing this.
He smiles, and you notice one of his teeth is actually just missing. And he says, Right, so, see you tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you.
And he smiles as you walk out the door and says, Keep up with your other schoolwork too, though. It's important.
She sort of waves her hand dismissively as she leaves the room.
So, what about the rest of you? What do you do as you wake up and before class? I know one person who would probably be excited for combat class. Rust, how you feeling?
I am feeling A1, honestly. I get to swing the big objects at smaller objects and make them not move.
Is that what Rust sees combat as?
Yes.
I adore this already. Class starts at 9 o'clock, so if you guys anything you guys wanted to do before class, let me know. You did see a note on your little home screen pad thing that basically just said eat before you come to class from Joy Simons.
I'm gonna look at Blue and I'm just gonna say, what do I do with this?
I think Blue just gets out the I imagine like portable rapid charger or something. Make sure Rust is at like full power.
The moment Blue pulls that out, like, even though Russ doesn't really have eyes, you just see, like, his eyes just, like, light up. He's just like, yes, please, give that here.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
It's like a cup of coffee for him.
Yeah. It's robot caffeine.
He walks outside and smokes a AAA.
Oh, can batteries
Just a little
be
something
like
to take
weed
the
for
edge
him?
off.
I think that'd be so funny.
Oh, that's great.
Please,
Instead of pack a bowl, it's pack a button cell.
God, he drinks WD-40. He smokes batteries.
please do not smoke a battery. That is not a good idea.
Remember, kids,
Robot.
don't smoke batteries.
Everything in this
You
is
wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't download a battery.
Oh my gosh. Okay, does anyone else have anything they want to do before class, or do we just want to get to class?
Jin does.
Yeah, Jin.
Okay, so Jin has a pet. She learned Find Familiar, and now I've got a little rat named Rat, because Jin is very creative at naming stuff, and Jin, before eating, spends her morning trying to teach her new familiar little tricks.
Roll animal handling with advantage?
Where would that... There it is. I'm gonna roll this sucker. 6.
I mean, with advantage, so roll again and...
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
That's better, 19.
Oh, okay, yeah. What is it that you're wanting this to do?
Okay, so with the 19, I feel like Jin's got a small little, like, almost like a horse and pony show, but tiny and made out of, like, school supplies. There's, like, a little ramp made out of a textbook that's, like, tilted up, and then there's a little hoop. There's, like, some monkey bar looking stuff. Like, she's just got a whole setup and is having Rat do all the tricks on it, and then finish with Rat running up to a little piece of paper with, like, a goblin sketched on it, and then Rat casts, and then Jin at the end, Rat lands on the goblin and casts Shocking Grasp through Rat.
I love that. It's perfect.
Taser rat.
Yeah, you taser
Rat.
rat. You see, like, there's just enough heat from the electricity that this, like, paper goblin just burns up from this shocking grasp, and Rat is ready to go.
And then Jin picks up Rat and puts him in her shirt pocket and heads out to eat.
Wonderful. We'll jump ahead a bit to class. So it is 9 o'clock, and you guys know that the combat fields are, if you're in the cafeteria, you basically leave the cafeteria, and it's a little bit outside of that. There's like this 30-yard walkway out to it, and you see before you, you see Joy Simon standing center field of this like giant, like a rounded off football field.
So it's a Pokemon stadium?
Yeah, it's like a
Please.
Pokemon stadium.
Anna jogs up to Joy, enthused for class.
Well, you seem excited.
Morning, teach.
Good morning. How is everyone today?
Pretty good.
Perfect. I'm sure all of you guys are excited for class.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, what's the scenario? What's going on?
Right, well, this is combat class, so we're going to be teaching you guys how to fight effectively. First of all, who's here has fought before?
Anna raises her
His
hand.
hand.
Jin raises her hand.
I raise my hand.
Wonderful. Now, how many of you have fought with a team before?
I raise my hand.
Anna
I
raises
also
both
raise my hand.
hands.
Jin's hand goes down.
Wonderful. Some of you know what's going on. Well, it wouldn't be fair for me to not have my own team. So, come on out. And you see from out of, like, what would be, like, a locker room area, Cassius Dupree, the bugbear, comes out. And you guys know that he is the piloting teacher. And the one and only Jorg comes out. And they are geared up, ready to fight. Jorg says, "Right, so this time I won't be stabbing myself."
Oh, gee. Implications.
I'm not gonna lie, this felt a little bit like seeing the Avengers for the first time for me. I don't know why. I just got hit with wonder of, like, all these teachers coming out ready to fight.
I was
Yeah.
picturing like the Monsters Inc. thing where like all the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, all
seeing
the
my man
monsters.
Cassius, seeing my piloting god.
If you guys want to roll a, like, investigation check.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I'm gonna
good
roll
at
that. I'm
those.
gonna investigate so hard.
I have such a low investigation, though.
Why do I roll poorly? That's a 7.
7. Okay.
I just noticed you can see each other.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
that.
Ooh, I got a 21.
Ooh, I got a 22.
Oh my
I rolled
god.
I got a 17.
I rolled a 9. It doesn't matter.
So, okay, if you rolled, here's what I'm going to do. I'll break it down this way. If you rolled a 15 or above, you guys notice what I'm about to get at. If you did not, you kind of don't see this. You see that Jorg has, peeking out from above his left shoulder, you see the handle of what you instantly know is an axe. And what you notice with Cassius, you don't see any weapons on him. On Joy Simons, you notice a teeny blaster and a little short sword, which I guess for her is pretty much a dagger, but she's small, so short sword.
We disparage gnomes greatly.
She's not a gnome, she is a halfling.
Yeah, check your privilege and your racism.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We are not the same.
So, with that, everyone, roll initiative.
I rolled a 28.
Blue,
16.
Molly,
18.
Anna,
17.
Jin,
11.
Wind.
I got a 21.
15.
First up, you can see as soon as Joy Simon says, let's get ready to fight, Jorg is running. And you see he, mid-run, reaches out and pulls out his battle axe, and he is just trying to, hit the ground in between all of you just to, break up the group. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a nat 1.
Oh, that's not good, bud.
Wonderful.
Bud, that's not good.
Russ gets chopped in half.
Oh, bud.
He's back from therapy only to die.
Crit fail. You're going to be knocked prone, Rust. So Rust is completely knocked prone, and you are going to take a little bit of damage. Not much. Only 3 points of damage. So you are knocked prone as just this axe comes down and just blows everyone back. If you rolled from a 2 to a 10, you are also knocked prone, but you do not take damage. If you rolled from a 11 to a 15, you are knocked back 5 feet, but you are not knocked prone. Anything above a 15, you are on your feet and you're fine.
Yeah, I rolled 18.
14.
16.
16 as well.
15.
Absolutely wonderful. And then next is Rust.
I'm going to, of course, spend half of my movement speed to, pick myself up. I'm assuming he's still, right in front of me, right?
Oh, yeah, he has not moved.
Then, I'm going to swing with my double-bladed scimitar, getting a 24 to hit.
I mean, yeah, that hits.
And I rolled 6 damage.
All right. He doesn't like taking damage, but he shrugs it off. So next up is Cassius. Cassius Dupree, who kind of stands back. 1 minute you see him, the next you don't, as he vanishes before your eyes. If you guys want to try and track him, on your turn, if you want to try and do it, you can roll an investigation check. We'll make it a free action for you. I'm not gonna charge that. Next up is Rose.
Rose is going to cast Produce Flame, and I think it's an action in itself. Just to it's an action. So she's just casting that, and she's staying on guard.
Do you have any specific thing, when this happens, what do you want to do?
She does want to avoid danger, so she'll probably move back a little bit. Sort of if everyone was knocked back, she wouldn't stay out the front on her own if she was one of the few people that was left standing.
Right. Okay.
So she'll sort of regroup. I guess she'll do that. She'll regroup.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. Anything else? Do you want to try and roll that investigation check?
Yeah, I'll see if I can figure out where he is, because I want to avoid him. I've rolled a 5, so that's pretty useless.
Yeah, you're not able to track him pretty much at all. Wait, Wind, what did you roll? I didn't...
I rolled a 21. I was about to ask. I think you skipped me.
I think I must have missed you somehow. We'll say Wind is next, because you guys both rolled 20.
Yeah, what did Rose roll?
I rolled was it 15 or an 18? I think it was it wasn't that high.
I think I accidentally typed Wind in Rose's spot. So...
And switched them, yeah.
So Wind, it is your turn.
Okay. So I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer.
Because my perception is better.
I would let perception work. It is whichever one you guys want to do it with.
I'm going to roll a perception check to try and see the boy. Ooh! So that is, I rolled a 15 plus 6. So I have 21.
You are quick to look. He disappears and you instantly find it. And you see that he has moved from his initial spot to he is now right next to Joy Simon as you kind of look and see where his footprints have been going, because there is still some moisture on this grass.
Okay, so I was pushed back. How far does that make me from him?
That makes you right now about 15 feet.
Oh, only 15. Okay.
Yeah, you weren't knocked back.
I guess for some reason I imagined them further away to start out. So then I'm just going to run up and try and punch that bitch.
Okay. Yeah, roll an attack roll.
Okay, so that is a 4 plus 7. So that's an 11 for the first hit.
That first one does not hit.
Then I'm going to hit again because I can do that as a bonus action. Or I'll try to. So that one's a natural 20.
All right.
Which makes it a 27.
All right. I mean, that hits. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why that wouldn't hit.
So Wind runs up and just tries to swipe him with the right hook and just completely whiffs, but then comes up with an uppercut and does 8 damage.
Oh! Yeah, that works. So you, for that first hit, Cassius just barely dodges out of the way. And then with that second hit, the shock of you knowing where he was actually knocked him out of invisibility. So you had a clear shot for that second hit as it swings and he is clocked in the jaw. Wonderful, beautiful.
This is probably not the best way to meet an idol, but nice to meet you, I'm Wind.
He looks up with just a tiny bit of blood pouring out of his mouth. He says, "This is fine." And next up is Molly.
Okay. Molly is just really freaked out right now. She knew this was, combat class, but she wasn't expecting
legit fighting.
Combat to suddenly start. How far away is everybody? Because I got pushed back.
So you got pushed back. So everyone is still within the same relative, no one is more than 25 feet away from you. Everyone is within that range.
Okay. Molly's going to... How far can I move and then take an action? Is it...
You can move your full movement speed and then take an action.
So she's going to do half... She's going to run up 10 feet and cast Sleep.
Oh, jeez.
What's the range on Sleep?
Sleep is within 20 feet.
Oh my gosh, so you could catch everyone.
Yes.
Wait, is it targeted or is it area of effect?
Basically, I can target anybody that I want to, but it goes in ascending order depending on the hit points.
Snap.
Because you start with whoever has the most hit points, right?
No.
I think
the
it's
least?
The least.
Yeah.
The least hit points.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would be you can knock out the biggest guy.
Yeah, okay.
So I need to roll a 5d8.
And then you have those hit points to spend
Yes.
on characters. Okay, cool.
And is that remaining hit points or total?
Remaining.
Gotcha.
Man, that is I've never used Sleep because it confuses me too much.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I've got
You
color
basically-
spray that acts like it.
Okay, well, dang. I don't know if that's gonna get anybody, because it was 15, and I don't think anybody...
You rolled 5d8 and got a 15?
Yeah, I did. That just really sucked. I got 1, 4, 4, 4, and 2.
Wow.
I thought the chances would have been better.
Yeah,
can
someone
knock out.
just yawned, and that was it.
Yeah, someone got a little tired.
You run up and you cast sleep, and Cassius got a little sleepy. He could go for a nap.
A siesta.
Oh,
If you're getting clocked in the face.
mid-battle siesta. Those are normal. Do you have anything else you want to do? Do you have any bonus action stuff?
No, I don't think she can do anything else. I'm really upset that didn't work.
All right. Well, then next up is Anna.
So I have an idea. So you said that Dupree, when he was punched, got out of invisibility.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure, in case he goes back to invisibility, that we won't lose him. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just going to hit... What's the full name on our bugbear friend again?
Cassius Dupree.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to... I hate when I think I know someone's name, but I don't want to say it out loud in case I'm wrong. All right.
I feel you, Anna.
All right. I'll kill you. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. All right, so that's a first level spell. Say, a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 46 radiant damage. And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target till then.
4d6?
Takes what?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
roll that ranged spell attack, boy. Let me hear it.
Okie dokie. All right, that is a 15 plus 5. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Hey, that hits. That hits. Go ahead. Roll the 4d6 damage. When did clerics get so busted?
At first level.
Feel like
I
I
could have
had that
done this
too.
at any point.
Hey, really quick,
Yes.
did we double my damage?
Did you tell me the doubled amount?
No, I didn't.
Then I will go back and subtract another 8.
Okay.
So this, I'm gonna be
Did we kill Cassius?
Hey, listen, no, you didn't. All right, what's
Hey-
the 4d6?
hey, Caleb? Cassius is going to take 17 points of damage.
Cassius is now a little bit, he doesn't look good, guys.
Also, I wanted to describe what this looks like as well.
Please, yes, at any point you guys can describe.
For sure. So I want to say whenever this all popped off, whenever Jorg was like, it's clobbering time and freaking charged towards us and smashed everything, Anna definitely pulled out her rapier and shield. Also, listening back through episode 3, I realized I said javelin when I meant to say rapier. So yeah, that's just her getting ready to go. And so whenever she pulls up to do this spell, her sort of, I guess, focus, I guess you would call it, is she has a sort of little silver bracer on her right hand that has an Ankh symbol for Anubis. And her wrist sort of glows this, like, I don't know how to describe this, but like it glows black impossibly. And then this bolt shoots across and catches Cassius in the chest.
It's handy to know that Anna has a black light when we need it.
Yes. So in case you guys want to go play laser tag, I'm here.
For the next party, Anna has a black light.
Yeah, laser tag.
Okay. All right.
Don't
I
go in
dig
the winds room.
Blue.
You play laser
oh
tag
my
with real
gosh.
lasers.
Blue. It is your turn. Wow.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm working with, and then you tell me what I can do.
Yeah.
So, a line 5 foot across, 30 feet in length. If I aim, say, at Jorg, can I, like, angle it in such a way that it also hits somebody else who is, like, not one of my dudes?
If you angle it to hit one of the other two, if you angle it to hit Cassius, you will probably hit Wind.
Okay.
If you angle it to hit Joy, you have a possibility of catching Jin in the crossfire.
Alright.
Do it.
And Wind and Jin both have pretty high decks, right? That'll be fine.
They should have
Yeah.
pretty high. Yeah, I was about to say they should.
Feel free.
Cool. So yeah, Blue gets out from their utility belt a little spray can that looks like a can of Raid. You know, where it's like aerosol but in a focused stream. And so they shake that can and then squirt it in the direction of Jorg. I would say angled toward Cassius. And acid just shoots out. And unless they make a 15 deck save, it'll hit them.
Okay, so Wind needs to make a deck save. Jorg does, and Cassius, so.
Mm-hmm. And in game terms, that's the Artificer spell. Tasha's Caustic Brew.
What do I have to beat?
15.
Shit.
That brew sure is caustic.
Cassius just barely beats it. So Cassius just barely jumps out of the way as he kind of sees you pull out this can. He instinctively jumps. Jorg. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a crit fail.
So for Jorg... Oh wait, did Wind save?
Wind punches Cassius and is looking all sick, and then he's like, "Oh, sick! Blue's getting oh!"
Oh no!
I rolled a 12.
Oh no! Then Jorg and also unfortunately Wind are gonna have to take 2d4 acid damage per turn until they use a full action to wipe it off.
Oh my gosh. Okay, roll that 2d4. Hit me with it.
Is that gonna double for Jorg? How's that gonna work?
I'm gonna say it's gonna do 150%, so 3d4.
And it's on the end of my turn, I take the additional damage.
I will check on that. You just take 3 damage, Wind.
Okay.
And then Jorg takes... Dang, lucky break for Jorg. The other d4 was a 1. So Jorg takes 4 damage. Oh, and as a bonus action... Sorry, I have a bonus action.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to telekinetically shove Jorg.
Shove Jorg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Telekinesis feat.
Okay.
That's another 15 strength. It's a strength save this time, so he'll probably save, but it's a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, let me roll that strength save. What's the number?
It's 15.
Oh, 15 still. He does save. So you try to shove him a little bit and he just hunkers down and does not move.
Dang it. My brain hurts now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to launch Jorg into me.
That would be hysterical.
And he takes extra acid damage. No.
Next up is Joy Simons, who is going to attempt to take her little short sword thing and slash at Jin.
Oh, what'd I do?
Does a 14 hit?
Well, funny you should ask. Yes.
Well, let me roll damage then. Alright, you are going to take a total of 6 damage.
Ow.
And then, as a bonus action, she's going to attempt to fire off a laser at Rust. I say attempt because I know that Warforged have insane AC.
It's a 20, baby.
Well, ties go to the hitter, right?
Oh, that's up to Dan's discretion.
It normally is ties go to the attacker.
Yes.
Alright, so
Beats.
with a tie going to the attacker, Rust takes only 4 points of damage. And then she's going to run to Cassius' side, and it will go to Jin.
Okie dokie. So, where am I in relation to all these peeps?
You are about 10 feet away from Jorg and 15 feet away from Joy and Cassius.
Jorg strikes me as a very muscular sort of fella, that bugbear that.
Jorg is a Goliath.
But he doesn't strike me as the wisest fella.
Oh no.
Jin, with her special Fey-touched feat, is going to cast Dissonant Whisper at Jorg.
Okay, is there a save? It's a wisdom save. What's the number?
Yep, 12.
Alright, let me roll.
And while you're rolling, at the same time that I'm doing this, I'm having Rat run down the length of me and behind Jorg.
Interesting. Okay, he saves on the Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, then he takes half of 3d6.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay, that was 8, so he takes 4.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Alright, so going back through to the top of the order, it is Jorg. He is going to stand up, and he's going to attempt... he's going to attempt to just wrestle with Rust.
You may try.
It's a good old strength v strength contest.
We all know how that went for Rust last time.
I rolled a
just wait.
22.
There it is.
22. All right. Oh no! How? Jorg, how?
What was it?
Another Nat 1.
Is Jorg drunk?
Jorg is not drunk on the job. Goodness gracious. So Jorg runs at you. Tell me what it looks like. How bad this is.
So he's like charging me down, right? I quickly just glance over at Wind and I say, watch this. And I just slightly sidestep him and I just stick my foot on and trip him.
So Jorg is now prone. Rust, it is your turn.
Wait, no, it's not.
Oh,
I
no,
need
it's
to roll
not.
his per turn
Yes,
damage.
you do. You do need to roll his per turn damage.
Will it keep being 3d4 since he crit failed, or will it just be 2?
I think it's
turns?
just 2 on the following turns.
That is fair. 7 damage.
Oh.
Eating away at him.
All right. Yeah. Then next up is Rust.
Okay, so he is prone, correct?
He is
Meaning
prone.
that he has disadvantage on, like saves and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him in an arm bar.
Oh my gosh. Is this another... Okay, so this is going to be a strength versus strength with disadvantage.
Oh, I rolled a 14.
Well, the first one saves, but disadvantage. The second one was higher, so the first one, it is 14 versus 15.
Damn. Well, that's anticlimactic.
Yeah, so like you go to put him in an armbar, and he's just fed up with taking damage, so he just wriggles his way out. Well, he is still on the ground, but he is not constrained as well.
He uses the acid as lubricant to get
Oh my
out of the
God.
Slippery!
I hated everything about that.
Acid lube. Oh,
Stop.
Oh god, that new band name.
oh
Say it
yeah.
slower.
That's my favorite
Consider
punk
this
band.
as my official resignation from Nat Wonderful.
Next up in turn order is Cassius.
His corpse is gonna do something now.
Cassius is going to attempt to punch Wind.
Yeah, of course. I punched him so much.
What's your AC?
19.
Okay, so his first one misses. Let's see about that bonus action punch though, cause he a monk. That second one definitely hits. 23, dealing 8 damage back to you. He goes to punch you. You like barely dodge, and then he just comes in and hits you in the side, like kind of just below where the ribs are. Then he's going to duck kind of behind Joy Simons to give a little bit of like a meat shield effect, or attempt to.
Does he get out of my melee?
Just barely. So yeah, we can go ahead and give you that for yes with
Opportunity
advantage.
attack.
With advantage because of guiding bolt.
Okay, well, the higher of the two was a 22 instead of a 21.
That hits.
Okay, so that is only a 1 on the D4, so that does 6 damage.
Only 6.
With that, Cassius taps Joy Simons and says, I think that it is best for me to leave. And walks away.
He just nopes out and he's like, okay, that's enough for me. Bye. Does another professor tap in?
No, there's not another professor that taps in.
I want to fight Martha.
Oh my gosh, your obsession with Martha.
Martha, the major supervillain?
Oh my god, Martha is not
She's
a
gotta
major
be.
supervillain.
The big reveal?
Next up is going to be Wind.
Hey, Teach, how are we supposed to win this? Am I just supposed to beat the shit out of you?
Get all 3 of us to leave and then you'll win.
Oh, okay. Oh! I'm gonna swing at her.
Go ahead and go for it, yeah.
So the first one is gonna be only a 9.
Yep, no. That doesn't hit.
We're gonna try again. Okay, so the second time is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will hit.
Okay, perfect. And so that's gonna be 9 damage. I'm going to use a key point to use Flurry of Blows.
Oh gosh, okay.
Which gives me 2 more unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
That first one is a 17.
That hits.
And then that last one is a 24.
You know, that one doesn't hit somehow.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely hit.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. So that is, first is 8 damage, and then the second is going to be 7 damage.
Wow, okay. You see Joy looked away and said, "Oh yeah, that's fine, Cassius." Oh, and it is just like pummeled. Molly.
Okay. Molly is not okay with the way things are going in class. She was not expecting this. And since her spell didn't work, she is going to channel Divinity.
Yeah.
And rebuke the violent. I don't really know how this works because it's like describing it as a reaction. So immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw, DC of 13. On failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it is dealt, or half damage on success.
So you can just do that as a reaction to somebody else's attack.
So I don't have to wait until my turn for this?
No. Also, if you did it right now, that would be wind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want to do it to wind.
Yeah, you want to wait until you want to save that until like Jorg attacks, and then you want to.
Okay,
Right.
so I can use that at any time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime someone makes an attack, you can use your reaction to rebuke them.
Okay. Damn. I
Which
wish I
I'm gonna
knew
need
what
to hear
meant
that
earlier.
rebuking.
That's the most grandma spell ever. I love it.
Now listen here.
I know she's like,
That is the spell of Molly.
Stop fighting!
yeah.
I thought we were gonna.
I thought we learned a lesson.
I think you should use your sword and cast stab.
I know. I'm gonna just cast stab. There's nothing else to do here.
That's my favorite spell.
So, the closest one to stab would be Joy Simons.
Okay, Joy. I mean, this is your class. You could have set this up differently. You know, I made a suggestion to the previous professor that we use mannequins. I feel like that would have been a good idea here as well. Okay, so she's just gonna try to attack Joy with a longsword.
Also, Blue, roll acid damage for wind, because we forgot to do that.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
Okay, so this is with a longsword. 1d10 plus 1, because she doesn't have a shield or anything. Ah, fuck. I rolled a 1.
Wait, oh no.
I just...
On a d10, oh no.
Yeah, on a d10. Okay, so she got 2. She got like a paper cut.
I mean, it does make sense for the person that is against violence to not do much damage.
Hey! Just kind of lightly stab her.
I'm gonna lightly stab her.
The light
A
stabbing.
little light stabbing, if they're good.
As a
Listen,
treat,
I haven't been in a war before, okay?
how much does my flesh burn off?
Your flesh burns off for 3 points of damage.
3
All the
flesh
way.
damage. Anything else, Molly? Or
I feel like she's made her position pretty clear,
that's fair.
even though her rolls are sucking.
That's fair. Anna.
All right. So what was the outcome of the situation with Jorg and Rust?
Jorg is on the ground. Rust is above him right now, kind of like standing over him.
Gotcha. I feel like Jorg is currently the biggest threat. So Anna, in the midst of all this, is going to casually stroll over to Jorg, squat down, place her hand on his shoulder, and say, "Sorry, Teach. Love you. Mean it." And cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh no!
So,
Yeah.
make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah, do it. That's great.
Okie dokie. This is only also at first level.
Oh my gosh.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how at this point it's kind of like the bigger bully holding the little kid while the other bullies just punch him in the gut a bunch of times?
Also, while doing this, drop a loogie over his face, but right before it hits, I'll suck it back up.
Wait, are you want him to meet you after class so you can give him a swirly real quick? Like
All right, Anna doesn't do that.
What's
Anna
next?
wouldn't
Some
do that.
teabagging?
She doesn't do the loogie thing.
what's the melee attack roll?
All right, so it's a melee spell attack, so let me go ahead and check on that. So that is a 17 plus 5.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, let me roll that necrotic damage.
Jorg turns into a zombie.
If so, I would super kill him. All right, that's 27 points of damage. 8 plus 9 plus 10.
With that, Jorg looks over at Joy and just says, "Right, so that was a lot more than expected, so I'm going to do my favorite spell, which is go home." And he leaves.
My favorite spell, which is call my union rep.
Have you been hit with inflict wounds recently? Knocked down and pinned by a robot?
Hey, I'm Johnson & Johnson, and we'll get you out of it real hard.
Okay, another fun fact that I will tweet out, but I need it right now. Johnson & Johnson does exist in this universe, but it is one two-headed being.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, that's actually perfect.
And he's 2 FBI agents.
Yes.
In a trench coat.
And a third CIA agent, but you don't know where that one is. Blue, it is your turn.
Oh, it is it?
I'd say all that's left is Joy Simons.
Okay, Joy Simons. Blue's gonna beep beep shocky hands.
I love it.
They really do look like high-tech versions of clown buzzers. I don't remember who said that last time, but that's what Shocking Grasp looks like for Blue. They rub the discs together to charge them up while running towards Joy, and then they just grab her arm with both hands and administer the shock. Fuck! That's a 9.
Yeah, no. You go to grab her arm and she just pulls away and she says, no.
Oh my god, it's like that lady on the bus. Have you seen that bus?
Yes!
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Do you have any bonus action stuff you would like to do, though?
I can only do 2 weapon fighting if I did for my first action a actual melee weapon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works. I didn't use weapon, so I don't think. I mean, I could do another telekinesis on her, try and shove her 5 feet, but something tells me she would make the save. But I'll do it anyway. So since that didn't work, Blue's gonna try and shove her with their brain. So that's a strength save of 15.
Yep, 17.
Damn. That attack roll, watching the die slowly fall from a 12 to a 2 was just so disheartening.
Heartbreaking.
Ugh.
For future reference, if Blue pushes people out of my melee range, do I get an attack of opportunity on
Oh,
them?
fuck. That's fucking teamwork, y'all.
Say
That's
yes,
amazing.
say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of which, it is now Rose's turn.
Rose has been looking around at everything that's been going on, and she's just a bit shocked. So she's still holding that flame in her hand, but also she wants to know, what can I go over and wipe off wind? Can that be what she does?
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
I think she sort of keeps that flame there, but she runs off to wind, and she ends up tearing bits of her shirt to just sort of wipe all the acid off.
Oh.
Hold still.
All right.
Why didn't
all right,
you?
fine.
Why did you leave this?
Yeah.
She's just.
I had the punch.
Yep. The acid's wearing off. You can go to the chill down tent, have some orange slices, a little
Nice.
little water, some juice.
Thank you, Rose.
Don't leave acid on yourself. And she's just roughly getting it off.
This is when Rose outs herself as the mom friend. Next up is Joy Simons, who, in response to, for being punched for quite a bit, is going to try and cast Stab on Wind. It's a 23 hit.
A 23 does hit.
Oh my gosh. There's 9 damage. So she swings that short sword at you and just goes for that same spot that Cassius was hitting earlier and hits you for 9 damage. And as a second thing, she's going to attempt to fire her teeny blaster at Rust again.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
So earlier, when she had shot me before, I was focusing on Jorg, correct? So
Yes.
in my mind, I wouldn't have been paying attention to seeing like a pistol being pointed at me, right?
Yeah.
So now that she's the only, target that we're fighting, I can clearly see that she is aiming a weapon at me.
Yeah.
I might need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, you probably do, my bud.
That is a 5.
That is not going to do it. Rage.
Okay, so is there anyone near me, like right now, within...
Everyone.
Yeah.
Literally everyone.
I mean, just because you go into rage right now, it's not your turn right now.
Yeah, but there's a thing that happens when my rage is activated.
I think people are within 20 feet of you.
Okay, is she within... It's a reach of 10 feet, so is she within 10 feet of me?
I would say she's about 15 right now.
Okay,
so.
then, yeah, it's one creature of my choice, so everyone else is fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now
Yeah.
Molly is going
Now
to
she-
channel Divinity.
Scold her.
Oh my gosh,
Miss
yes.
Simons, what did I tell you? Look what you made him do. She is going to...
Or do I roll against it?
You've got to
Or-
roll, a wisdom saving throw.
That's not her thing. What is wrong with my D20? That one, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so Joy has to take radiant damage equal to the damage she just dealt.
Oh no.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is just a scolding. That's exactly what this is.
You really think this is a good idea for a beginner class? I have never been in battle in my life. You're just gonna throw people at us?
This feels like vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is just vicious mockery for paladins.
She's still gonna try and fire at Rust, because she did already say she's gonna do that. Rust, your AC's a 20, right?
That is correct.
21, so it's gonna hit
Unbelievable.
for 1 damage. And then she looks at Molly and says, "You're right." And walks off the field and says, "I'll send notes to your rooms. I need to think," as she leaves.
Oh,
You got her.
I should have done that earlier.
Yeah, who knew it would just take us yelling at her?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Can I see? Would that be a perception check? how Joy is feeling?
That'd be insight.
Insight. Okay. Well, I think I rolled a 2, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you can't really...
What did I say?
Actually, you know what? You think she's actually really proud of herself right now. She's feeling it. She's like, yeah, I showed those kids.
All right, hold on. Did anybody get hurt real bad? That's kind of my thing. Who needs healing?
Is Rust still raging?
And Rust is still raging.
Like swings are being thrown at Anna's head as she's like, Rust, hey, Rust, do you need healing?
As it's all ending, Rose would have dismissed her flame and probably started casting Cure Wounds on Wind, since she's already there.
Right. Yeah, Rust, give me another wisdom saving throw with advantage.
The first one was a 5. The second one was a nat 20.
Oh!
You have cured your mental illness.
You were raging, and then you remember, you're okay. You have a brief moment of, clarity. You're out of rage.
The way I imagine it, I'm just swinging wildly, and it's just like, Rust, hey, buddy, it's fine.
Hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. Sun's getting real
thinking
low.
that. For a second, all I'm seeing is red, and then, my visual receptors go back to normal. I just look down and I see, and I'm just like, oh, organic, hello.
Hey, Rust, do you need any healing?
I'm fine. It's just a couple of dents, maybe some paint jobs I need to get in the future, but I should be fine.
Okie doke, just making sure.
And with that, are we out of combat?
You're out of combat.
Okay,
You're
then,
good to go.
I'll roll the Cure Wounds for Wind. 7.
Jin goes and picks up Rat.
Rat gives you little rat kisses, where they put their nose against you, and it's real cute.
Oh yeah, I give him a little treat.
What is the treat? You can't say that you give him a treat without telling me what it is. I need it.
Okay, so those little dog bone treats? It's that, but tiny piece of cheese shaped that like a dog bone that I shaped personally.
Oh Oh, my heart!
Jin has a soft spot for Rat that she doesn't seem to have for people.
Anyone. I adore that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I like that. So you guys are free for the rest of the day. When it's later that night, post-class, post-dinner, in your room, I feel like it's kind of a quiet night. It's like a Wednesday night, basically, so there's not much to do. And you get a call. You basically get, like, on your little, like, screen that is from the school, you see incoming call.
Oh, it doesn't say, like, who from.
You can see that it is from your monastery, but you have no idea of knowing exactly who's it from.
Okay. Like, all right. Click.
How many digits
answer.
are in these numbers?
Oh my god, that's a very good question.
Wait, what?
How many digits are in these numbers?
I mean, are phone numbers a thing in this?
It's less in numbers and more like within a octagon, a like certain symbol for each like area, and certain like key places have their own symbols. So like a call from the school has a specific symbol. Yes, I will draw these out and send them in because I feel like that might be fun posting stuff.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And different major planets, Boone may not have their own symbol. However, they are within a certain grouping of planets, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. So I was like, if there's like an area code for each section of the galaxy and then each galaxy, it's just, wow.
Yeah, that would be insane. So do you pick up the call?
Yes.
You see the face of a turtle appear on your screen.
Yeah, I kind of sit up to try it. I want to look nicer for this man because he's been one of the kinder people at the monastery, so I'm kind of trying to just be more respectful.
Yeah, as I say, you recognize Quake Strider pretty quickly. He says, Wind.
And Master Quake Strider, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Wind. I wanted to call because, frankly, we need the space where your ship is right now.
Oh.
So I was wondering if me and Stormseeker could come give you a visit.
Honestly, that would be incredible just to see you guys. And I guess if you're bringing Fang here, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, I figured I'd fly a little two-seater. I'll let Stormseeker fly Fang, though.
Okay, I'm excited. When you guys coming in?
I'll have to think about that. But probably within the next few days or so.
Why do you need the space, if I can ask, though?
Well, frankly, Dawnbringer just kinda needs the space for his ship right now.
Okay.
We got another one. So.
Another one, really?
Yeah, this one's fast.
Yeah, fast is relative.
You hear in the background, right, hey, Quake Strider, can you, is that Wind?
Yeah, it's me.
And you see popping in, Stormseeker, he's like, Wind! Hey, bud!
What's up, man?
Oh my gosh, I miss you.
Hey, I miss you too, man.
Hey, we're gonna come see you in a few days, right?
Yeah, I guess. Sounds like it.
Man, do you know how long it's been since I've gotten to eat something?
I don't remember even eating food until I got here.
Telling you, for me personally, it has been, 150 years? That sounds about right. He turns around and he says, right, well, I've got to get back to the library, but hey, bud, you're doing great things. I believe in you, okay? And he runs off.
What a rascal. He's very powerful. I don't know why I said that. Please don't tell him I said that. Quake, please.
Hey, your secret is safe with me, dude. All right. I'll see you in a few days.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, bud. I'll see you later.
Wind, hangs up. He, still kind of has a smile on his face, and then a little bit it's well, this is gonna be interesting.
And with that, we cut over to Rose.
So she knocks at the door, and she's like, hello? Anyone there?
Blue answers the door. They're very surprised at a visitor.
I wanted to ask you something, if I can. And she just sort of stands awkwardly at the door.
Blue nods and just looks at her, expecting her to continue.
Okay, so I have this task I need to do, and I kind of wanted to see if I could make it a bit easier. But I'm not sure how to go about it. You see, I have this thing, and she goes through her pocket, and she pulls out this crystal, and she's like, could I show you this in private?
Blue nods, and they kind of beckon her in and shut the door behind them.
With one hand, she produces another flame, and with the other, she holds the crystal above the flame, and kind of looks around, removes the crystal from the flame, and just turns the light off in the room, and then puts the crystal back over the flame, and constellations are just projected all over the room. She takes a moment and she's kind of caught up in looking at the constellations, like she does every single time she pulls the crystal out. She's like, and then she's like, oh, anyway, so I have this thing, but I can only make one of them. I wanted to know if you think there'd be a way to make some sort of device of a similar size that could project constellations in a similar manner, so that I don't have to be the only one that holds my work.
They hold their hand out for the crystal.
And I place the crystal in Blue's hand, although as I pass it over, the constellations stop. And obviously the room is dark, so I go to turn the light back on.
Blue has dark vision, so...
Well, Rose doesn't. And I'm like, do you want me to turn this back off?
No. I mean, she can turn it back on. It's fine. But they're already examining it, I guess, by the time they turn the light on. They kind of gesture over to, like, they have like a little work table in the corner of their dorm room, and so Blue hesitantly like brings the crystal over to the work table and then puts it in a little clamp and like tightens the clamp around it. The implication being that they'd like to like keep it and study it for a while.
Rose looks pained at the realization that she won't be able to take it with her, but she pauses and thinks. She sort of looks over this like her child that doesn't exist yet is being held away from her. And after a moment of going through that brief pain, she says, I can let you hold on to this, but during classes I'll need it back. It's what I use whenever I try to cast any magic.
They nod. They understand.
How long do you think you'll need?
I don't know. DM, how long would it take for me to, like, replicate this thing?
I think before you are able to replicate it, you have to kind of decipher what it is. So it's extremely dependent on rolls.
Okay. I didn't know if I could give Rose an estimate on how long it might take.
I would say a week is a safe estimate.
Okay.
A week or two.
Am I told this? I'll let you decide.
Yeah, they hold up 7 fingers, all of one hand and 2 from the other hand kind of thing. Like,
Rose kind of almost clutches her chest and just mouth agape for a moment. It's like, and nodding. She's like, look after it. I'll come get it to class. If need be, I can create another one, but it will destroy the one that you have.
They nod.
It's just, every one I make is so precious to me, so I don't want to do that. And with that, she says, I'll leave you to it.
They're already, like, doing math equations.
And she sort of just backs out of the room herself, like, closes the door, and, like, very stiffly walks to view the stars for the evening.
Yeah. Go ahead and when you go out to view the stars, we did perception before, right? I think so. Yeah. Do a perception check.
17.
With 17, as you look around, you don't notice any more stars missing tonight. Like, nothing goes out. It's all relatively the same.
So when she goes back to her room, she'll just make another exact copy because she is going to draw one in every day, regardless of if there's a very fractional difference or not.
As we see Rose sketching out this exact copy.
Finally looking a bit more relaxed as she's drawing another chart.
Yeah, with masterful skill, as you just place exactly where these stars are. We zoom out before cutting directly to Daryl Albertson sitting in his office, looking over the star charts that Rose had and comparing them to some of his own that he had made over the years. And he looks more and more confused the more and more he looks, before we see from somewhere in the doorway a voice say, "Right, Mr. Albertson, I don't think you need to worry about that." Hey guys, I know you hear a lot of my voice, so you probably already know who I am, but it's Caleb from Nat Wonderful. Whoa, mind blown. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We super appreciate it. If you want to do us another big favor, and go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Nat Wonderful, which is NatWonderful. And then follow us on Instagram. We're going to have posts there a lot, so... and that handle is NAT1DERFUL. Our email is the same as our Instagram, so you can, if you have any questions about the show, you can email them to us. If we get enough questions, we might even do a talkback episode. Who knows? We'll figure that out in the future. I might be talking out of my ass right now. We're going to be uploading a new episode every Wednesday on Apple Podcasts. We got it on Spotify. We got it on Stitcher. And if you want to listen and leave us a review, that helps us out so much. Thanks for listening, and we're going to see you guys next week.